We are here with athletic senior columnist David Aldridge. DA, you wrote the new book, The Basketball 100, with John Hollander and the staff at The Athletic. It's out today and tells the story of the league through its 100 greatest players. And we thought, since you have so much practice ranking things, we're going to play a little game. We're going to play start, bench, cut. So we're going to give you three things, and then you tell us what order you would put those things in.
Okay.
Does that sound good?
Let's do it.
All right. I mean, you want to kick us off?
Sure. This is fun. Coach that you would not want to make mad. Coach that you would not want to make mad. Your options are JJ Redick, Joe Mazzulla, and Greg Popovich.
Oh, that's easy. Mazzulla is number one because I think Mazzulla is. I think Joe would stab you. I think he would. I think if he had the opportunity, I think he'd shank you. I think he'd have a little thing. I think he got it in his pocket, like he's ready to go at all times. Like if you cross him, you're getting one in the ribs. I think that's what he would do. I mean, Pop. Pop gets mad. When I've seen Pop mad, right. I mean, he does get mad and he does curse you out. Right. So. Probably Pop second. I mean, I guess I'm sure JJ has a temper. I've never really seen it. I think he has to have more of a tough skin because he had to be JJ Redick his whole life, and be that guy that people hated. So there's some toughness there to be sure. But is there like volcanic anger?
JJ strikes me as like when you talk about withering sarcasm with David Stern,
right?
But minus the volcanic eruption that ends at the end.
Yeah, I don't think he's like screaming and throwing things, right? Yeah. But yeah. So I feel
like
I would steer clear Mazzulla.
Yeah. JJ's stern anger, I think, or like quiet stern anger would probably scare the daylights out of me. Mazzulla, I think you're right. I think he would just put you in one of those, MMA holds and then
exactly, just choke.
And then there you go. Okay, David, you need one guy to make a clutch free throw to win a title.
Okay.
Start, bench, cut. Ray Allen, Steph Curry, Reggie Miller.
Wow. This is a distinction without a difference here because I'll take any one of the three. I really don't think there's any separation between those three in terms of clutchness.
Yeah.
I mean, and I don't want recency bias to jump into this. So
The problem is the question is free throw, and free throw for these guys is like a layup.
Yeah, they all shot 90. So there's really not much. I mean, I'm sure somebody. One of them has
a 3.
What if we change it to a 3?
Yeah,
a 3. Okay. Well, how can I not?
All three of them are great at that too, but I feel like there's more.
Not pick Steph?
There's more separation here.
I have said and written that Ray Allen made the single greatest 3-pointer in the history of the league. Game 6 against the Spurs in 2013, because I believe that. I guess I'd have to say Steph for a 3. How could you not? He's been so clutch for so long, and not that the others haven't been. I guess I'd go Steph, Ray, Reggie in that order. And I say that Reggie was great. I saw all of Reggie's greatest threes.
Yep.
He was unbelievably clutch. So that's a tough one.
That was a tough one.
Yeah.
This next one may be easier. I mean,
okay.
You have to pick someone to compete in the dunk contest this year.
Okay.
So this is this year, not all time. This is just this year.
Right.
So you've got Ja Morant, you got Anthony Edwards, and you've got LeBron James.
Ant 1 for sure. Ant 1, Ja 2, LeBron 3 for this year because LeBron's 40 and he just doesn't dunk like he used to. He can still obviously get up there when he needs to, but if you're talking about 23-year-old LeBron, I'd go LeBron 1, but you weren't talking about that. Ant is something in the air. He is amazing. He's explosive and powerful, and I hope they don't try to sanitize him let that kid be himself. I mean,
it's gonna end when they turn on him. Because it's
what I
coming.
mean? Like, they always try to sandpaper all the rough edges. No, that kid's a nice kid. He's competitive. He thinks he's the best player of all time. I love that. He's not, but I love the fact that he believes he is. So. I think you need that. And
he's
that's
funny too.
Yes. So don't take that. Don't try to make him into. Don't try to homogenize him. Just let him be himself. This league has a way of trying to homogenize people. They literally, airbrushed Allen Iverson's tattoos off his body. You know what I mean? Like, don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
All right, DA, we have a part 2 question here. You need one guy. Sorry. You need one guy to make a clutch free throw.
Okay.
Ben Simmons, Shaq, current Shaq, Amin Elhassan.
Unnecessary. Just an unnecessary shot.
See, I'm going to go with Shaq 1 because Shaq, I'll make them when they count, which wasn't true, but that's okay. He made some of them when they counted.
There you go.
Yeah.
But he believed it. I go Shaq 1. I go Ben Simmons 2 because he's a professional basketball player. Like at some point, he's got to make a free throw. Like and my man. I mean, come on. I've seen the tape. We've all seen the tape. So what am I supposed to do? It was
viral decontextualization. It was taken out of context. I'd made several in a row from that spot, which wasn't a free throw, by the way. It was a 3-pointer.
It was a 3.
Okay, I
digress. I digress. I would, if I had to answer this question, I too would say Shaq 1 because I've seen Shaq shoot free throws.
He's made some. He made some in the clutch
on the practice court. He's really a good shooter, but then he gets in the game. But like you said, he's made some in the clutch to win titles. So he goes 1.
Absolutely.
I put myself second because I feel like Ben Simmons is really worried about what everybody else thinks. And I'm not clearly. So
that is a point. It's not an especially good point, but it is a point.
Yeah. There's a point. So.
All right, let's get back to good questions here. All right, places the NBA should place an expansion team, and this is a good one here. Your options are Las Vegas, Vancouver, Mexico City.
I'm gonna go Vancouver 1 because of its proximity to Seattle, which is the only choice. Seattle would be 1, 2. I put 3 teams in Seattle. Let's put it that way.
Oh wow, okay.
Oh, I love Seattle. It's the best. Every NBA writer's favorite city. But Vancouver is close to that because Vancouver was great too. So I would happily go back to Vancouver, happily, in a New York minute. I've been to Mexico City twice, but I have not been to Mexico City in several years. Now I am told that they have built up a lot of infrastructure and, the arena is nice and that they could do it. I would have concerns about Mexico City as an NBA city, not for any bad reasons. It's just that, I think that there have to be certain structures in place in a town for it to work. I don't know that they're there. I don't know that they're not there, but I don't know that they're there. And the altitude is also a factor, right? So I probably go Vegas 2 because Vegas has shown it can support the NHL team, and it sort of supports the Raiders. Although when you ask people, it's almost always 70-30 visiting fans.
Yep.
Home fans. Because the visiting fans say, hey, here's a trip to Vegas. Let's all go to Vegas together. And they do. So I don't know if that's sustainable. Maybe it's the NFL. You don't have to do it 8 times. So maybe it's sustainable. I don't know. But I know Vegas can host events. I know Vegas can put on a show that makes sense. So I would probably put Vegas 2.
And it worked with their hockey team. Those games are...
Yeah, no, they've been great. They've been great.
So,
they've been great.
And the Aces.
Okay.
And
the Aces. That's correct.
Last one here, David. Bench cut teams to get Cooper Flag. So we've got Raptors, Wizards, Nets.
Well, I have to pick the Wizards. I live in Washington. Come on. I couldn't walk the streets if I didn't pick the Wizards. No, look, the Wizards, as you all know, this is like the most damning stat of all time. Maybe you don't know this. The last time the Wizards won 50 games in a regular season, just a regular season, not
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me try to answer this question. I know it wasn't John Wall. They won 49. John Wall and Beal.
Correct. That's
so
right.
50. I'm going to go the championship season.
It was the year after the championship season, 1979.
Stop
it. Was the last year of this franchise. Charlotte, I wish I was kidding.
1979?
1979 was the last time this franchise won 50 games, which is the minimum benchmark for any team to be considered even a contending NBA team. Is the minimum is you got to win 50 in a regular season, right? Like it's mind blowing. That's how bad this franchise has been, and that's how bad they need somebody like Cooper Flagg.
If they got Cooper Flagg, do you think that would change, or is this a bigger problem than one?
No, I think it would. I think it would change. I think it would change because I do think that they finally, Ted Leonsis has finally brought some people in here who've actually had experience with winning franchises. So Michael Winger from the Clippers and Will Dawkins from OKC. I think they know what they're doing. The infrastructure is vastly improved and improving. They finally got a deal with the city to kind of renovate the arena and build a practice facility, which they desperately need. A new practice facility, I should say. They have one. It's not up to NBA specs. So that part is, but you still need horses. You need the talent, and they don't have it. They just don't have it. I think they've got a couple of guys that in time could be pretty good players, but you don't win in the NBA with pretty good. You win with superstars. Like you have to have superstars. Like it's pretty obvious. And they don't have one. And Cooper Flagg has a chance to be one. I would say this. I do think that Ace Bailey has a chance to be a superstar. I really do believe that.
Okay.
I think he's got massive game. And Dylan Harper, who is Ron Harper's son, also has massive game. They're both at Rutgers this year. So any one of those three guys, I think, would be an immediate upgrade for the Wizards talent-wise. I'm sorry, your other two choices were Toronto and who?
Brooklyn.
Oh, I'm going to go Toronto, too, because I like Toronto as a city, and I would love to go there more. It's a great town.
DA is, you are the quintessential, you are my North Star.
That's for me.
It's in it for me. Like, where do I get to go as a result of this?
Where do I get to go? That's every NBA, every sports writer's lament is what's good for me.
And they're lying if they tell you otherwise.
No, of course they're lying. We all want to go. I got nothing against Brooklyn. I've been to Brooklyn many times. I like Brooklyn. But if you're asking me, would you rather go to Toronto or to Brooklyn for a weekend? I'm picking Toronto.
Wow. Okay. All right.
Toronto's a great town. It's
Billy Bishop Airport.
Yeah, I mean, I just think Toronto's a great city, and it's got diversity, which I love. It's got, and not that Brooklyn has diversity too. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they don't, but I just think Toronto's got a vibe to it that I really like.